Hello. Hi. How are you? Hold on, I'm fooling with my computer. Okay. Oh, okay. I am live. Hello. I am Kristen. I am the library director for the Island Free Library on Block Island. I am wearing my mask in a room by myself. It's like the only time you can take it off. Hi, Dad. My dad is there today. Boy, Dad, are you having a great weather day today? Wow, it is wow, beautiful on Block Island. I wish I had my suit with me. I know my housemate is swimming. I know she's going to get in today. I know she is. I don't know. Has anybody else been in the no, you're not having a gorgeous day? Oh my gosh. It is gorgeous here. Really, really nice. It is Thursday, October. You know, when I tell you the date, I thought of this yesterday. I was like, I want you to know I'm totally cheating. Like, I look at my computer. It's not like I always know what date it is. It is Thursday, October 22nd. I am on Block Island. I am at the library. I am the director of the Island Free Library. This is a short story program for adult listeners. I say that so often, right? I'm people that listen to this show know that I'm always like, short story program for adult listeners. You know, yesterday I don't say it, and boy, you know, I'm swearing up a storm. Lots of FUs in yesterday's story. So I hope that was good, everybody. I know what wasn't good upstairs. Judy likes to listen to the program, and her granddaughter is getting off the bus. Her great granddaughter is getting off the bus right now and coming into the building. And, you know, that didn't work. All my, you know, Kristen downstairs swearing away in the basement with Jada Rose, the first grader, up there in the office. So that wasn't a good day. But so these are adult stories. This is our way of working to stay connected to our family, our friends, our patrons, our community, you know, whoever wants to hear a story, right? Let's stay connected through literature during this crazy time of COVID. The news, maybe it's national news, but the news around us today are that Boston Public Schools just went to virtual today. They shut right down across the board. So, you know, things are a little tricky out there. They have been. They're going to get worse. It's not going to be an easy time. So, you know, really, I hope you tune in and stay connected to us and look for other things that we're going to be doing. You know, we got some great ideas for the next, we're looking at 6 months. We're looking at hybrid librarianship for the next 6 months. We're going to start to let people in the building. You can see behind me here, I'll give you a shot of that. That is all the furniture from the upstairs reading room. Whew. Upstairs reading room, kids room, and adult computer room, all stored down here. Because when you do come back into the library next month, at the beginning of next month, you know, you're going to sit in metal chairs that we can wipe down, and we can't have any fabric, and we don't want you to get too comfy. You can't stay too long. You know, all those, we're regulated by all those state mandates and state recommendations. So that's what we did this morning, was move furniture around. Then we worked at our desks for a bit, and we're going to open up tonight. If you're on Block Island, you can come to the library from, you know, around 4. We usually open at 5, but since it's getting later, darker, earlier, we open earlier. So, you know, we'll probably crack that door open at 4. And do come by if you're on Block Island. Oh my gosh, our yard looks great. We have had such fun decorating for Halloween. And we're starting to get pumpkins back as part of our pumpkin park program. Dad, I don't know if you caught that, or I don't know if I have anybody else who's off island or non-bulletin board readers, but we checked pumpkins out to people for them to carve, for them to then return, for us to decorate our front yard. And they're starting to come in, so we're going to have some jack-o'-lanterns out there tonight. And the yard looks great, and it's been really fun. And it's a gorgeous day. So if you're on Block Island, come by and see what's going on out there. I have a good shirt on for today, huh? A Universe of Stories. This was the summer reading program a few years ago, and I wore a t-shirt because we were moving all that furniture. All right, enough of me yakking. Let's read a story. This story, this brand new book, Judy is she is the processes, right? She processes the book. So that's one of her jobs in this building. So she puts the tags on, she barcodes it. She says the date that we got it. Then she does, I don't know if you've ever seen this, you can't see it on this screen either, but she does our Island Free Library imprint there. And she said, oh, look at this book. Maybe you can read from that. And of course, I bought this book for this program. So I'm always happy when the staff connects me with books that I've purchased for Frankenstein Tea. So this is fresh in. I read a few. We're going to read from this book. This is a nice book I bought. It feels nice. It's brand new. Oh, it's so lovely. When we get books at this library, it's like a holiday for us. It's Christmas for us when we get books in. So this is Great American Stories by African Writers, edited by Christine Rudisill and Bob Blaisdell, Dover Publications, Mineola, New York. It's a Dover Thrift Edition. Copyright 2015 by Dover. So again, it's an anthology of writers and their short stories. These are Black, what are these? African American writers. Love it. Love this book. I'm reading one today, and there's a little bit of, the main character is from Jamaica. And so there's a little bit of patois at the end. And as it happens, we have two Jamaican gentlemen working here at the Island Free Library on our construction project. So I went out to them and asked them to read it to me so that I could, you know me, I'm always trying to do it some justice. I definitely don't want to, fluff it off and not give it my best. So I asked them to read it to me, and it was really interesting. I sort of felt like it was what I always do, right? Like I didn't even see some of what they were speaking, right? They were reading it. We were standing there together reading this one. It's just a short couple of sentences at the end, but I couldn't even really see everything that they were saying in patois. So I'm going to give it a shot. I did listen. I had them read it a few times. We read it together. They giggled at me a little, but that's okay. But what was interesting was that they said patois is not a written language. Very rarely do they see it written. It's a verbal language. And so even for them, it was a little strange, even for them, meaning that they're from Jamaica, and it's patois is what they often speak at home. It's not a written language. So it was strange for them too. But we'll see what happens. Just so you know, I'm going to give it my best shot. Okay. This short story today is called The Gift by Kia Penzo. It was originally published in Spectrum in 1979. The Gift. Miss Gladys's married daughter, Annetta, had been living in Miami almost 4 years. Since they had left Jamaica, Annetta and her husband and 3 children had not been back, and Miss Gladys had not been able to go and visit them until now. The trip was in the middle of July, the mango season. This had been very important to Miss Gladys because if she carried nothing else for her daughter, she had to take a St. Julian mango from the big tree in the backyard. As it was, she had spent half the night before her departure cooking up ackee and saltfish, roasting a breadfruit, and making up 2 quarts of rum punch and a few other things to take for Annetta and the family. She was convinced that they had to be suffering for the lack of them. Bright and early the next morning, her young son, Errol, climbed the big Julie mango tree and picked the mango. It was one that Miss Gladys had been watching for weeks. Every day she went outside to check and make sure that neither the birds nor the neighborhood children had got to it. It was finally in her possession. Perfect. It was big and smooth and green with a pale hint of yellow on one of the cheeks. It weighed about 1.5 pounds, and the flesh under the skin was firm but not hard, under the tight skin. She noticed that the stem had not bled when the mango was picked, which meant that it was very ripe indeed. It was elegantly shaped like a teardrop, but round at the top. And the smell, if anyone wanted to know what a mango was and could be, they had only to smell this one. The smell almost made Miss Gladys weep for joy with the beauty of it. The mango was king. Oh, yes, there were oranges and tangerines and bananas, water coconuts and star apples, and rose apples and naseberries and guavas. There were countless other fruits, but the mango was king, and the St. Julian mango was king of the mangoes. It wasn't too sweet or too cloying or too stringy like some commoner types. It was a high-class mango, a whole meal of a mango. Miss Gladys wrapped up the mango with tenderest care, first in a plastic bag, then in a hand towel, and picked it firmly and packed it firmly in the shopping bag with the other foodstuffs. She walked heavily through the corridors of Miami Airport, loaded down with 2 shopping bags. One was filled with gifts from the Victoria Crafts Market, and the other was filled with the food and the mango. She felt pleasure in the presence of it and thought of Annetta. The customs man saw her coming. He saw her with her 2 big shopping bags and the enormous suitcase she had brought from the baggage claim area. He thought she had probably never traveled before. Miss Gladys put the shopping bags on the conveyor belt at the customs desk. There was a low, sudden murmur of machinery, and the belt leaped forward, carrying the bags. The customs man smiled at the surprise on Miss Gladys's face. Okay, let's see what we've got here. He grinned and looked inside one of the shopping bags. It's just some little presents I'm bringing for my daughter children, sir. She said this politely, covering her resentment at the invasion of her privacy. And what's in here? He had moved to the other shopping bag, the one with the food in it. Just some food I cook up for me daughter, sir. She can't buy it here, so I did bring it for her. It's long time now she don't eat none. He took the roast bread fruit out of the bag and unwrapped it. It was big, black, charred. It was a big, black, charred thing the size of a bowling ball, and it left soot all over his hands. Obviously cooked. No problem there. He examined the pot of ackee and saltfish and saw that that was cooked. The same procedure for the curried goat, the rum punch, which he did not open, the escovitch fish. He took one whiff of the fish and his eyes started to water. He saw in the bottom of the bag a little round bundle in a hand towel. He took it out. Miss Gladys was furious. Her jaw was set, but she spoke politely when he asked her what it was. Nothing, sir. He frowned and unwrapped the mango. The smell hit the air. The lust suddenly shone in the eyes of the customs man. You know that it is not permitted to bring fresh fruit into the United States? No, I never know, sir. It's just the one so mango I did was bringing for me married daughter. 4 years now I don't see her. You going to take it away from me, sir? I'm sorry, but we will have to confiscate this. He caressed the mango. Miss Gladys's eyes grew moist and her lower lip trembled. All right, sir. I beg you, just to please let me hold it one time, just for me daughter, sir. The man handed it to her reluctantly. It's not really allowed, but he didn't get to finish his sentence because Miss Gladys had sunk her teeth into the top of the mango. The smell rose when the golden meat of the mango was exposed. Miss Gladys peeled the skin off in strips with her teeth. It came off smoothly, and she held the strips in her hand. She bit into the firm meat, and juice poured down her chin, but she couldn't stop now to clean it up. The juice ran down her arm and dripped to the floor where her elbow was bent. Miss Gladys ate that mango with a vengeance. She ate it for the love of Annetta. She ate it for hatred of the greedy little man watching her. She saw her young son Errol up in the mango tree, climbing down, handing her the mango, smiling at her over the mango. The juice was everywhere, on her nose, her cheeks, her chin, the front of her dress, her arm. It shined up in little golden drops on the floor, and the smell spoke for all the enjoyment that was in it. When Miss Gladys was finished, there was no juice left on the mango. The seed was white. She handed the skin and the big flat seed to the customs man. With her clean hand, reached into the sleeve of her dress and pulled out a dainty handkerchief. She mopped her face delicately and moistened one corner of the handkerchief in her mouth and rubbed at the spots on the front of her dress. She wiped her arm and her hand and called a porter. She packed the other food carefully in the shopping bag and made the porter carry the suitcase and the bag from the crafts market. She could see Annetta waiting worriedly at the exit to the customs area. She walked towards her and then turned and spoke to the customs man loudly for everyone to hear. "You wicked brute, you! You think I never know say that did wanted eat it yourself? You think I never know when you damn old eye dem was a shine like when my mega dada in a butcher shop? If it wasn't das me married daughter was here, me wouldn't just turn around same time go home on me yard. Damn little red boy like you, though." Miss Gladys turned and proudly took the arm of her married daughter. Maybe I should have had my friends come down and read that paragraph for you. I gave it my best shot. I know it's "you wicked brute, you. You think I never know say that did wanna eat it yourself? You think I never know when you damn old eye dem was a shine like when maga day in a butcher shop? If it wasn't das me married daughter was here, me woulda just turn round same time go home on me yard. Damn little red boy like you, though." Miss Gladys turned and proudly took the arm of her married daughter. Great little story today, huh? The mango dripping and smelling and oozing, and she defiantly eating it right up in front of the customs man who wanted it. Love it. That's I hadn't thought of that, but if you're out there, that's a story for you. Boy, does my mother hate to go through TSA. She thinks it is like so intrusive and the worst thing ever. I have to coach her through that every time. My son and I have to be like, "It's okay. Just be quiet. Just do it. Just be quiet. Just do it. Please just walk through there. Don't make a fuss. Just do it." She hates it. She hates it. I don't think she has to do all of the steps anymore, though. I think at 76, she gets to not take off her shoes and almost walk right through. Oh boy, but there have been some tough times there at TSA. All right, that is Frankenstein Tea for today, a short story program for adult listeners from the Island Free Library. And I will be back tomorrow with another short story for you. Other than my dad who says, "No, it's not beautiful out there," Block Islanders, get outside, breathe that air. Rhode Islanders, get outside and breathe some fresh air. Soak it up. Soak it up. All right. Miss you all. Love you. Be good. See you tomorrow. Peace.